I was just perusing through our Twitter page, and it looks like the video of all of us learning the dance from Ave and Riley and Ian is on there as well.
Going viral?
Cool.
My brother sent the link of that to me.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
That was really fun. Yeah, we had last week a team from the National Marine Sanctuary of American Samoa, and then of course a National Park Service representative here on boat, and they it was really fun to sort of learn from them about. It's an interesting creature.
Yeah.
Fish.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was really fun. I missed them already.
I don't think I saw them leave.
Yeah.
Must have missed that.
Yeah, it was like 9-ish maybe, 9:30ish.
Yeah, they sort of snuck out around 9, I think.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Until next time. Does anyone know how fast a squid can swim? Just off the top of your head?
No.
Nope. All right.
Nope.
I'll ask Dr. Google.
Fast enough to run away.
Mhm.
All right, so it looks like, according to Animal Planet, squids can travel at speeds between 23 and 25 miles per hour. And they do so by taking water in and then pushing it out in great force.
It's impressive.
Yeah, 25 miles an hour, that is... What else can go 25 miles an hour besides my car?
Your description of the taking the water in sounded like a yoga instructor.
Funny you should mention that.
I know. Take the water in and push it out.
And exhale, release. I am a yoga instructor.
I know. It was either a yoga instructor or bend and snap.
That is a great movie. A cheetah can run 70 miles per hour. That's...
I think the cheetah is the fastest land mammal.
Yeah, I think so.
Or at least according to the movie Airplane, it is.
Humans can potentially run as fast as 40 miles per hour.
Humans like Carl Lewis.
Yeah.
If a cheetah's chasing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usain Bolt clocked in 28 miles per hour in the 100-meter sprint. So that is...
Is that for the whole race? Because they normally, for the first third of the race, they're accelerating, and then they maintain for a third and then decelerate. So still 28, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's really fast.
Is he Jamaican? Sorry, rabbit hole.
I think he's Jamaican.
Yeah. No, he is.
Yep, Jamaican. He's also retired. Oh my gosh, he's only... I didn't realize he was only 32 years old.
Oh my, really? Born like 86?
Yeah. 1986. Was it a good year?
No, he's like the same age as my kid, just about.
The slowest bird, if anyone is interested, is the woodcock, and it flies in at 5 miles per hour.
I would have gone with Puffin.
Puffin. All right, guess how fast a peregrine falcon can fly.
Well, flying and diving are two different things.
Flying or diving?
Flying and then diving. No cheating.
I would never cheat.
They're well up over 100 miles an hour diving.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
170 to 180. Yeah. Excuse me. Flying, they can go 65 to 70.
What's our depth here? Halfway down. So do we have a scatter plot of oxygen? Something that's plotting oxygen versus depth? Anywhere?
You had side 2. Side 2. There we go.
That's okay.
All right, time for another factoid.
Okay.
Yep.
So,
we should make one because that's
also no
more useful
cheating.
than time.
What is the fastest swimming animal?
Tuna?
Nope.
Maybe? No? I've seen a tuna in the wild when I was scuba diving.
Uh-huh.
It was fast.
I bet, yeah. I can
So,
imagine. But it's not the tuna.
Fastest swimming.
Any other takers?
Marlin?
Yeah, what is it? A
Marlin.
Marlin,
No, that's
yeah.
a good guess.
It's a good guess, but it's not correct.
Might be. Well, this is where you
Some
get
kind
into-
of swordfish?
Well, I think it's burst. Might be burst speed versus sustained speed.
Yeah.
So like a barracuda. I think, or
Barracuda,
something can
yeah,
actually
yeah.
accelerate phenomenally
Oh,
fast, but
okay.
only go 10 feet. Right? But
I was thinking barracuda because of its shape. It's very
yeah, because it can
hydrodynamic.
whole body it just but
Yeah.
stops in 10 feet because that's all it does. Is it darts after something? It doesn't chase things for a long time.
Well, I don't really know what exactly their stipulations are here if they're talking about burst versus sustained speeds, but according to Scuba Diver Life, the sailfish is the #1 fastest animal in the sea.
Is that kin to a marlin?
Looks vaguely like
It's-
a marlin, but
I think it's
it's like a low budget marlin.
related, yeah. Low budget.
That would-
Marlin is #3, followed or after the swordfish.
That would explain the accident with Alvin. It's moving fast. Doesn't see the sub.
Yeah, so sailfish have that big, beautiful kind of like dorsal fin, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe you're right.
So its fastest leap has been recorded at 68 miles per hour. But it doesn't necessarily swim at heightened speeds, reaching that number all of the time. All right, after that, we have the yellowfin tuna and then the bluefin tuna. This one surprises me. Then the pilot whale. I didn't realize the
Wow.
pilot whale was really that fast. The mako shark, and then a flying fish. Those are the top 8.
I'm always surprised at how far flying fish go out of the water. Not vertically, but
And for how
I know they just
long
go and
they
go
can
and
go.
and go.
Yeah. I was just watching Life actually on Netflix, and they had a whole segment on the flying fish.
Oh, yeah.
It's incredible. Has anyone in here ever seen flying fish?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
in the
they
Gulf
are.
of Mexico like crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
This is DC right here. That's not the seat. Oh, she's not all bundled up either.
All right, so we are 654 meters-ish. So we're over halfway down to the bottom. What is our goal for this dive? What are we sort of looking at over the next 10 hours or so?
This is just another hill climb dive. So we're off to the southeast side of the main American Samoan island. And yeah, so this is sort of I don't think anybody's dove in this neck of the woods. So kind of cataloging what's down there. We're going to generally you always want to go uphill with the vehicle, so we start deep and we work our way shallow. We could top out at
Bless you.
140-ish on this dive, which would
Exactly.
transition us from a deep ecosystem through the mesophotic and then into the photic.
Oh, cool.
So, or well, you're kind of pushing it in there with photic, but you might, so you'd see a pretty big transition of stuff from the last few hundred meters.
Well,
So towards the end of our dive last night, we started to see a lot of that
New
big
H20s.
transition.
that's
Yeah,
all
exactly.
it is.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we were seeing
Yeah, I like
obviously
that idea.
different species of
You need
coral,
those to move all over.
maybe some more fishes than we had previously seen. And also we were beginning to see that sort of pinkish algae on the,
Oh yeah.
on
Yeah.
the rocks.
I think
So
they're gonna just get
Pinophore.
vinyl,
Siphonophore.
yeah.
The plural fishes always throws me off.
Yeah. Fish is. So what's the rule? If it's one species of fish, it's fish, even if there are multiple. And then if there are multiple species, then it becomes fishes.
Yeah, I think that's right. Unless it has 8 arms, and then it's a whole new rule.
It is not octopi, though.
No, because it's a Greek root,
Lost
not
a lot
Latin.
of storage
Exactly.
space, though.
So, yeah. Yep. Actually, that book I was telling you about, the soul of an
Yeah.
octopus.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the first line in the book,
oh,
or
really?
within the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
page. Yeah, don't quote me on the first line, but she says something about an octopus's. No, that is
Oh.
correct. You didn't read that incorrectly.
Yeah, yeah. I just like anything that's written with a great lead.
Right?
Yeah,
But
just
the
a
lead is
hook.
the hardest part.
Call Me Ishmael. That was a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great book. Yeah, that's the hardest part.
Is that a new design cable? The 7000?
We were somewhere on the outskirts of Barstow.
What's
That's
that
a
one
good look
from?
up Fear and Loathing.
Oh, yep. Oh, this is a good game. Famous first sentences.
Yeah.
The Christmas Carol, Dickens has a really good first sentence. I can't remember what it is, but it's the like Marleys have been dead or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Telltale Heart. I can't remember the first line, though.
Yeah?
All right, let's play this game.
Oh, Marley was dead to begin with.
Oh, right.
Oh.
What did
Yes.
they have for, yeah.
That's a good line.
That's from the Christmas Carol?
Yeah,
A Christmas Carol?
which the Muppets have a tremendous version of. We watch every year. The Muppets Christmas Carol. That's really good.
This is like the second or third time somebody's brought up Muppets Christmas Carol in the last few days.
I don't think it was Christmas Carol, but we were doing the Muppet song with
Yeah.
some organism last night.
Anemone. Dun, 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 dun.
Phenomena.
Anemone. Anemone.
Yeah.
All right, okay,
Yeah.
okay. This is going to be a fun one.
Oh, what's the opener for Great Gatsby?
It's loading. It's taking a minute.
Oh,
We
Yeah.
got storage issues
Uh,
right now at the warehouse.
This is a great one.
is
Yeah, but
All Quiet on the
locating
Western Front,
57
Mind the
seems to be an
Wire?
issue right now.
Oh, I
Is
don't
that the first
know.
word?
That's one of my favorite books of all
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
You know that he never was in the war?
Really?
Yeah.
The port, I think.
Did he interview people? I mean, his
I don't
depiction
know.
of it.
Yeah, I know.
Gosh, that's one of my favorite
Marie
books.
Marquet? Yeah.
Such a
book.
good one. Okay, don't look at
I
my
would like
computer
to do
screen.
that.
How about
I
Catch
think
22?
because
That
of
probably
the
has a great one.
asbestos mitigation.
It's taking
thing,
forever.
I think that
Yeah,
all
I
those
can't remember Catch
have to
22.
get like completely emptied to do the asbestos mitigation. I think they want to do everything all at once. Well, those three, the 58, 59, 60, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, let's refresh this and see if it loads. Is that a siphonophore?
It was the best of times. It was the worst
Yeah.
of times.
That worked out well.
Hello, Israel. The dive started about 40 minutes ago?
32.
32 minutes ago. So, welcome. You're right on time. We are not too far from the bottom, actually.
Doppler?
Currently at 850 meters. We're going to
usually-
1,002.82 meters, to be exact.
Quite
It depends
precise.
on if it's rocked, then usually, yeah, we'll get the altimeter around here. And then Doppler comes in at like 90 or 80 or so.
Okay, I don't know this first line. Does anybody know, quote, far out in the uncharted backwaters of the
Hitchhiker's
unfashionable...
Guide.
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
Far out in the uncharted backwaters of the unfashionable end of the western spiral arm of the galaxy lies a small, unregarded yellow sun.
42.
All right, here you go, Ed. This is... Can you guess this one? It was love at first sight.
Oh man, that could be anything.
I think that's catch 22.
That's catch 22.
Oh, that was it, huh?
Yep, that was it.
Love at first sight. That must have been Nate Lee.
I don't know. Okay, this is also one of my
There we go.
all-time favorite books. But the opening line
I
is,
think it's probably
"This is my
not
favorite
rock
book in
right
all
here.
the world,
Probably
though I have
rock
never
bottom.
read it."
Like Flowers for Algernon or something like
Do you
that.
think my favorite book is Flowers for
It's not a
Algernon?
book, it's a short story.
This, I'll give you a hint. This was also written on our movie suggestion board the other night.
Well,
Prince of Tides.
It's not Prince of Time. I was just going to say. We're just going to disqualify that right out of the gate.
One of the famous lines from it is, "As you wish."
Princess Bride.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Yeah. Been a while. To bring the good weather. You're doing all right. Yeah? I'll stop at
Yep,
30.
coming. I'll stop. I'll stop.
Right.
Altitude 36.
Yeah. Huh.
I'm going to run home to my bookshelf and look at the first line of
So
all
who
my
builds
favorite
that
books now.
AU?
Was this? Nope.
Yeah.
This is the ASV guys.
Have you read
Bottom
Cuckoo's
in
Nest,
Sight.
Bottom in Sight?
I haven't. Oh,
Man, it's such a great book. That and Jaws.
I haven't read Jaws either.
So very different from the films.
Wow, there's some good books on this list. I need to...
Jelly.
What are those guys on the bottom? That a
Whips,
message?
I bet it
pens.
just sticks from shore.
No, they look
They
like
look
sea pens.
upright.
They look
There's
like
shadows.
sea pens.
Yeah, those are
Sea pens?
yanked.
What exactly is a sea pen? What kind of... Is it a coral, or is it just related to coral?
It's related to coral.
I don't think it is a coral. So
It's
Cnidarians? Cnidarians?
Yeah, I gotta get set up here though.
They're all
Zoom in there,
Nigerians,
Ed.
but
Coming in.
We're getting yanked around, so I don't.
they are
Okay, zoom
corals. They're octocorals,
Coming out.
gorgonians.
Oh,
They are? I thought they were different.
It'd be cool if we ever got to see a Medusa worm down here. I think they're in photic zone though.
a Medusa worm has definitely been searched on this computer before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Probably because I mentioned it.
Oh,
They're
you're right.
so
There they
cool.
are. Sea pens.
Oh, they're actually a type of sea cucumber.
Who?
Medusa worms?
Oh, okay. Sea pens.
Oh, yeah,
What?
sorry, not sea pens.
It's like, what? Even I know that much.
That would be very misleading.
Whenever you're ready for it, we'll do.
Go ahead.
Want a white balance?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get my Z-bias down.
Copy that.
It's done.
I guess there are all kinds of shapes and sizes of sea pens.
Oh, those are... I saw one of those when I was snorkeling.
Yeah, you'll see them in.
Oh my goodness! I got it on the GoPro and I
like
was
this long.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
and retract
massive.
all the way down into the. Yep.
I was looking at it and I was like, "What the heck is that?"
Well, there you go.
Cool.
Yeah, they're so fun to see.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I made Valeria and Sam and Lily. Everybody go and look at it, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's a sea cucumber," and I didn't believe them, but they're related, or it's a type.
Coming in. Oh, did you turn down the head a little bit there, Bob?
Okay.
The
What?
the pan and tilt. It seems less spicy.
Didn't get touched.
Oh, we're way deeper now, eh?
Well, not way deeper, but we're deeper. It's still
Yeah.
plenty spicy.
Yeah. All right, that's good there. I'm gonna let this bounce resolve out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and black balance the camera. This is gonna make it go dark for a moment. It's intentional. Take about 5 seconds starting now. We'll be right back after these commercial messages. And there we go.
We missed the depth
And
with like a meter or so. in the
white
dive report.
balance.
What did the depth end up being?
Oh, that's very different.
I apologize.
One more white.
Yeah, I've seen this show before. Let's move on.
And coming out.
Done deal? You good?
Yep, I'm all good. Thank you.
All right, and here we are back on the bottom of the ocean.
Looks like there was a porcupine brawl here.
Can we have a quick
Yeah.
zoom in the sea pens once we're settled?
So we'll be
Copy that.
moving on bearing 335.
Alright, well, they want to look at stuff here before we take off.
Just real quick.
Just very quick.
Just a quick.
Yeah, then we just
especially
get,
those
get
lines
trucking
right
until
in
we
front
find
of
some
us.
hard bottom.
This is the zoom.
It's not as good as it was, but I don't think it's in the main cable. We lost a fiber in the tether.
There's a couple flavors of sea pens here. That one's different than the one on the
Wanna
left.
zoom in?
Looks like it,
Coming
yeah.
in.
Maybe it's
Holding partial.
Can we get closer?
Yep. Coming all the way in. A bit further away. Yeah. What are those quills on the bottom? old sea pens?
Yeah,
Something
maybe.
Like the skeleton?
Predating
maybe?
them?
Could be.
They're everywhere.
So this guy.
That's a tube worm right there. Is it? You got it?
Yeah. 151.
Yeah, it looks like it, eh?
Yeah, that guy's a tube worm.
Oh yeah, right.
That guy's very, very small. Do we have lasers on? Tiny, tiny, tiny tube worm.
Oh, he's so cute.
Size of a laser dot. All right.
What's the size of those dots then? So the distance
Oh.
is a hand width, but what is a dot?
Right. So we're looking at
Thank you.
Yeah, still partial.
You want to zoom in more on this guy?
Yeah, sure.
We're
He's a
here.
little fish.
Polyps. Looks all retracted.
Yeah.
Did you figure out what kind of sea pen these
No.
are?
Did you?
No. I'm just looking around, but I don't see. I was looking for the one that looks more feathery.
It's a bit hard because all the polyps are retracted.
Yeah.
Coming out
Okay.
slow. Dots. Full organism.
Look, if you pan left a little bit, there's a totally different looking kind of sea pen.
Going left.
That guy.
Oh, yeah.
I think I have to pick up and move.
I don't know what that one is.
That's a cool looking one.
I don't know what that is.
Full wide.
And that looks like there's a little home down there too.
What
Not
is
sure
that?
if that's a sponge.
Yeah, that's I'm wondering if it's actually a sponge.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a sea pen. Doesn't look like any.
Zoom in, Ed.
Coming in.
Might be a sponge
Doesn't
settled
go all the
on
way
the
in
stalk
to
of
get
the
started.
sea
That's
Yeah, that's
totally
a
a sponge.
It doesn't look like any sea pen I've ever not seen.
pen. It looks like it's settled on the
Is
stalk
the,
of the
uh,
sea
yeah,
pen.
oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's growing on
Oh,
top.
yeah.
Colonized it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. All right, so just bang out a couple photos of these guys here, and then let's hit the road.
Sure.
Okay.
Let me know when you have that, Suna.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay,
Thank you.
coming out a little bit more for you.
So did you say that was a sea pen on
There's
bottom
good
and a
dots.
sponge on top?
Yeah, it
It's
looks
like a
like
corn dog.
Yeah. Looks like my breakfast.
Are
Yeah,
you
it
part of
looks
the
like
corn dog club now?
it grew on
Imagine
the
sea
stalk.
pen's not real happy about that.
No.
Kind of looks like cotton candy, like a cotton candy gone awry.
Maybe that's why there's so many of these laying on the bottom, is this sponge wipes them out.
Yeah, that's interesting, huh?
All right, coming out.
Thank you.
Some kind
But
of cat briar
it's
type
a sea pen
sponge.
down at the base. It's just got
Yeah.
a sponge growing on it.
Yep.
Moving on.
Yeah, let's
Yep.
go.
What's our bearing?
335.
Okay. Well, you can start heading off.
It will take a while till we got the ship. Bridge, this is nav. Can we move the ship on bearing 335, 20 meters, please?
All right, and we're off.
Okay.
complicated. It's for my eyes only.
Yes. Yes. It will take about 3 to 4 minutes.
Bob, could you flick on camera system and
Yep.
what's it called? Switch. Yeah. Fool with that for a second.
Diamond doesn't.
Ed, were you a part of this video about being a data engineer on board?
I don't think so.
I haven't
No.
seen it yet myself, but
It's probably Justin and maybe Ethan and somebody else.
yeah, so that'd probably be a question for them. But
You want to just keep.
someone wanted to know how much of
Yeah,
the
we just keep going. We just want to keep going a straight line until we see some hard bottom.
How much of the
job is hardware versus software?
Continuous
Okay.
move, I think.
Tracking would say 0.4 of a node.
Yeah.
mostly software?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bridge, this is nav.
But there's, you solve hardware problems too.
yeah. What's the difference
60,
between
40?
the two?
Okay.
So a software program would
Can
be
we
how
have
you
another step, 20 meters, 33.5 please.
interface with the machine. A hardware setting
Later on
is
we'll do
like
a
a
tracking,
configuration,
But let's start with
Mhm.
another
or
Okay.
this power supply is bad, or the Moxa port was mapped to the wrong output, kind of
Gotcha,
thing.
gotcha. So a little bit of both
That's
then,
the
it
old-
sounds
So
like.
this contour is 100 meters, I think.
100-meter contour.
We have a
Okay.
sea cucumber there.
Is that a sea pen
Yeah,
or a
but,
cucumber?
The red
Yeah.
tail
Red
cucumber.
tail and a cucumber.
Yeah, not the. Yeah,
We've
can I
got-
come in?
Oh yeah, a fish
Oh.
and a sea
Coming in.
cucumber.
Is that? Oh yeah, it's holothorian
Weird.
and a fish.
He's just kind of drifting along, huh?
Yeah, rat tail.
That's a cool sea cucumber.
What was that on the left?
Before we zoomed,
Yeah, before we zoomed. Another sea pan.
Mm.
yeah.
Is this rat tail like having a hard time swim, or is that just what
It's
they always do?
probably blinded from
Sorry, bud.
our
Okay.
bright light.
Okay, moving on.
Yep.
Looks like there's a line of some corals up here.
That's a little fish, huh?
Is that a shrimp? It's huge.
Is that a shrimp?
Wanna zoom
Yeah, it's
in
hanging
there?
on a
So-
something or other.
Oh,
Coming in.
It's hanging on a sponge.
that is a really
It's a-
big shrimp.
It's a big shrimp.
It's like as big as your hand. Is he
Bridge, this
feeding
is
off
Nav.
of this
Can we
shrimp?
call for
Off of
another
the
step,
sponge?
please?
Yeah.
20
Yeah.
meters, 335.
Yeah, that's like a rat-sized shrimp.
I think I prefer shrimp-sized rats.
Maybe a baby pool.
He might have a parasite on his one little antenna thing, maybe. Stock glass sponge.
Yeah.
Man, that's bright.
All right.
Why'd you get so bright over there? All right,
There's a
coming
little
out.
hermit crab on there too, it looks like, maybe.
Carrying on.
I guess I'm going to do a push on your camera for just a moment, if I may.
Sure.
Thanks.
That only makes me jump a little bit.
I know.
Bridge, this is Nav. Can we
And
call
I'm
for
coming
another
out
step,
slow.
please?
So that's me pulling out. Holding there. And coming out full. Pretty benign bottom. That's full line. Thanks.
Are we doing a photo mosaic here, or are we just...
No, I'm
I
just
think
doing
it's
a
just
little test.
testing.
Okay.
But I was thinking actually we could do one shortly.
Bridge, this is Nav. Ship seems to be holding position, not moving. Can we go for one more step, please?
You want to just have them track a line? Stopping and starting?
There's another little shrimp swimming along.
Yep. Just keep swimming.
This is,
What's that to the right? Oh, another rat tail.
off to the left there's some disturbance in the sediment. You can look over, pan left. Some
We never really honed on those two lumpy disturbances we kept seeing on
Yeah.
the last dive, did we?
No, But the dive out, or the watch after saw a bunch of them too. There must be an equivalent to like a deep sea Sasquatch folklore.
I don't know.
beaked whales.
Beaked whales?
Bridge, this is
No,
Nav.
seriously,
Can we have another
beak-
step, please?
Beak impressions.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
so I don't know if this
You think
No,
it's a
I
mark
do a
of,
line.
I
of
wonder if
big
it's a
whale
beaked whale mark. I don't know.
feeding?
I'm a little bit concerned of the contour because we'll be going up. Like,
Zoom
will
up
you be
there
fine
and-
with that?
Go
Yeah,
take a
coming
look
in.
at that thing.
Until we see something in the sonar.
Yeah, look at that little scour that's up in front of
Holding.
us, behind the
Okay.
sea pen.
And yeah, I mean, as long as we're not going over half a knot.
Yeah, we'll do it 0.4 of a knot.
Yeah.
That looks like a
That would be
beaked whale
fine.
scour.
Right
Bridge,
in
this
there,
is Nav.
where the lasers are now.
Yeah, that looks like a
Yeah,
beaked
let me
whale scour. So
come
these
in.
are the Sasquatches of the
Can
sea.
we have
What?
ship tracking on
That
bearing
looks like-
so that
335,
ditch there on the
speed
seafloor,
of
Uh-huh.
0.4 of a knot, please?
it's hypothesized. People see these all over the world. And beak
That would be
whales are
easier,
one of the
thank you.
deepest diving whale species. They have a very narrow bottom jaw. And
Yes, sir.
its idea is that beak whales swim down and take a scoop of sediment, and they leave that mark behind. And but no one's ever recorded one doing it, right? So
Okay, so
It's
that's our
sort of-
mission.
hypothesize that the beak whales do this. We've seen them; they've been recorded down Lee what's Lee's last? Lee Marsh from the UK.
Oh, yeah.
Who sailed with us quite a few times. She's seen them down to 4,000 meters.
Oh my goodness.
We've
So is
seen
this
'em
another one we're seeing
Maybe,
right here?
yeah. So we did a little work years ago where we saw them kind of in a pattern. There might be one up there to the left where you'd see them kind of machine gun along, like like in a skipping stone kind of way.
Really?
And then no one's really sure what they've been doing because the food value of swimming all the way down here to take up sediment to maybe get something to eat seems low,
Right.
right? And so, but the energy to get here is high, so why do it? And then, well, we've seen them everywhere from Mediterranean to, they're all over the world, and but beak whales are really sneaky. They just sort of come up to the surface and sip air, and you hardly see them. And anything over a force 3 wind, forget it. They just, there's no way you're going to see it in the whitecaps.
Wow.
And so they're super elusive. And there's a few species of them. But the Culver's beak whale, or how do you say it? Cuvier? Culver? It's spelled like
Cuvier.
Cuvier. Beak whales is sort of one that most people think do this. And yeah, so for example, my wife works with what does whale stuff, and so the Navy's tagged many of these whales and had them on ranges to see what if they're affected by sound and all this kind of stuff. And they'll go on, week-long projects at a range where they have boats out there. They have the range finding the whales for them and saying there's a whale here, and boats running around to those locations, and you can go a week and find one.
Wow.
Right? They're just super sneaky.
Chris, did you know that Lee and Neil are adding one more to their household?
Oh, really? That's cool. That's good.
Wow, I had no idea that beaked whales were so interesting.
Oh, yeah.
They're super neat.
Yeah, they can dive for as long as 137 minutes, which is a mammalian record.
You know, if they tried really hard, they could do 138.
I mean, yeah, maybe. Well, it is 137.5, so we could give them a roundup.
They could round it up. Yeah. See, well done, beaked whales.
And they have several anatomical adaptations to allow them to dive this deep, which is at least, here you go, Ed, 2,992 meters in depth.
Oh.
So that's actually tagged.
That's
but,
tagged.
But like Lee has seen these scours down to 4,000
there might be a sea star consuming that. I couldn't tell if it's associate or predation.
The other thing is when you see these scours, you don't know how long that's been there. That could have been there 100 years ago, right? The sediment changes very slowly in deep sea, so.
Oh, interesting.
It's not like it was here, 10 minutes ago, right? It could have been
Is
here
that a bottle?
25
Yeah,
years
it looks
ago.
like it. Anthropogenic. From Sadie.
We've seen some much fresher looking ones in other different places.
You can tell just based on what depth it is and maybe what characteristics are at that.
You can say it just looks like a much more freshly dug hole. The sides are sharp, the sediment's discolored. So that one looked kind of old because it kind of fell in on itself. All the sediments are uniformly colored around there. So sediment color, if you stir it up, there's oxygenation and things like that, which change the tone of it, how it looks visually, the reflectance. And so if it looks kind of matte and uniform, it's probably been there for a while. It's had time to chemically equilibrate. Whereas if you dig a hole real fresh, it's not chemically equilibrated, and you would think, oh, that was more recent. But we've been places where you look out here and you'd see 3 or 4 in the field of view, right? Just peppered with.
Oh, wow. Was that at a similar depth?
We've seen them down 2,000 meters pretty easily.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think the place we saw most, like a lot of them, was the Mediterranean.
Yeah, I remember.
It was near Anaximander seamount.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, beak whales are pretty neat. They're weird looking too, like them.
They're super weird. They They're
the weird
definitely
jaw
yeah.
mouth scenario thing going on.
Coming in.
All right, so Mo, what do you have going on with the ship? Are we doing a move?
We're doing a continuous
Sorry.
track.
All right, so why don't we do a little, so since we got that going, let's just do one of these fish surveys. So let's knock it out.
Photo
let's-
mosaic?
The fish transects.
Okay.
So we'll come up to say 4 meters. It's
Right.
broader
Coming
swath
full
here.
wide.
I'll turn the cameras on, and then you'll
Do a little
just bang
push
out.
back in.
Try and keep
There
track
we
of
go.
100 meters if you can.
Okay.
And we'll keep the front camera relatively trained forward. I'll generate a little survey ID action here. Yes.
Am I gonna be snapping pictures?
No, you don't have to worry about it for this
Okay.
because we're not going to do the photogrammetry's business on this. Ready?
Oh, wait. Is that your new?
That's a new one, yep.
You ready?
Yep, let's do it.
Doing it?
Where
Fish
did I
by
get this
start
from
time.
before? Are you on Camac 1?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You started?
Yep, we did.
So, you might need to restart that with us out in front.
Oh,
We're already falling
Yeah.
behind.
but you can
Move
just you can
center.
keep up. I think just get going and
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
So you're not critical on the speed?
No, we can. This is pretty flat bottom, and we got tons of overlap in the pictures, so I'm not too worried about it. Just juice it a little bit if you have to catch up.
So if you're watching at home, you can see that process in the lower left quad of the screen. So the
What's happening here?
Hercules is equipped with a special camera, and it's taking those both that colored image and then a black and white image. And then we're doing a fish transect. So as Chris mentioned last watch, this is a really great way to take out sort of those innate human biases when we're looking at these landscape or seascapes, I guess. So normally, we would stop when we see a shiny fish or an interesting animal or organism, but this allows us to get sort of a better idea of what's down here without, picking out what looks to be most interesting or what we want to focus on.
Is there a fish coming in there?
Are you getting reasonable overlap there with that?
Yeah. Yep. Plenty because we're pretty high.
I think it's the siphonophore, Chris. On the right. Oh.
That thing right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Oh,
Was that a
wow.
rat tail standing on its head?
Looks like a fish. I don't know if it's a rat.
That's a fish. Oh, there's 2 fish. 1 fish, 2 fish.
Red fish, blue fish.
One fish.
Theodore Geisel.
Who also wrote books as actually no, it was Lessig. He wrote some books with the pseudonym Lessig, which is Geisel backwards.
Ah.
So there's a rat tail there, and there was a shiny guy.
Who's an eely guy, right?
This is another ely guy coming in here. Ooh.
So are you also, a jellyfish, making note of all of the fish that you see during these fish transects, or is it mostly just for the images?
What they were doing was making notes of the fish here, so that later when you have all the video, you actually have a timestamp to go back and go through the data, go through the video rather quickly. There's another guy that doesn't look like a fish, that looks like a shrimpy or something. There's a little fish swimming across.
Are we gonna go 100 meters?
Yeah, I think so. What's the nav screen? 50. Did you punch in a 100-meter move, Bob, or did you?
Yep.
Yep. So we're whatever, we got 60-ish to go.
Okay.
Mostly I'm doing this to fill this paper out and convince George I'm not a total hack.
I'm gonna tell her I did it.
No, I'm going to sign my name all over it. I'm science.
When we do a transect like this, sometimes it looks to me like there's this thing under the sand that's emitting these green lasers, and it's moving away from us, and we're trying to follow it.
Huh. It could be another whale. Actually, I'm going to
Yep,
note whale
all
scout.
right. I always wonder, I mean, it's really hard to know, but posit that it's a behavior to scrape parasites off their jaw.
That's
or,
one other, that's
yeah.
a theory.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what are the working theories? It seems like such an odd
Food is
behavior.
a thing, parasites is a thing.
Tagging.
Yeah.
Some people have talked about ballast to come down and look for rocks that they can hold in their gut to help, but that's sort of doing it the wrong way.
Yeah.
You wouldn't come down and pick up a rock. You try and get a rock from the surface and bring it down. But
And why would they be so deep? I mean, you'd think they could dive in shallower.
Their main prey is squid.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
But no one's ever, the beak whale's never swooped in and done a scour and a high five and took off. So we were sure to, it's hard to know.
You need to arrange that.
That would be cool. They're hard enough to tag, much less. Yeah, Stephanie's been on so many projects where there's a 10-day field program, and on day 4 it's blowing force 4, and it's supposed to just do that all week, and they just cancel the whole thing. It's like, forget it. You're just not going to see any of them. It's just impossible. That's a fish. Not sure what kind of fish. Black one. Stripy black one.
Urchin maybe off on the left. Or an asterisk.
Oh yeah, asterisk.
Astros?
I think it's an urchin maybe.
Seems like we might be a little bit too south for.
Looks like there might be some more
Beak
interesting
whale.
bottom coming in the sonar. Off to our right. Provided the sonar is on display is the right side up. It's hard to tell. So
Yeah,
far.
I don't know why it's acting up. I had to restart it 3 times to get it.
Right.
I think it's right.
It seems to be tracking through the right direction. But
Yeah.
what we got here
9 meters.
10-ish meters, 9-ish meters. Oh, here's some stuff. What is that thing? There's a couple of things here.
We're coming up on the end of the 100 here.
Yeah. What the heck is that?
That's the end of that show.
Okay, done. Stop. Alright, so now I want you to try and find that hard bottom there, see what's going on. Something more interesting. Is that a sponge too? What is that thing?
Rock, yeah.
Yep.
Looks like a sponge.
Looks like a. I think this is it.
Oh,
An anemone, maybe? Like closed in?
I think it's a sponge.
Sponge.
Sponge? Spongy sponge?
It's like
Sponge.
it's like a candle holder sponge.
Okay, we gotta get
It's
trucking.
like a hole on the top.
are you writing candle holder sponge?
Is that actually its name?
No.
Oh.
Chris is
I could make this stuff up all day. Look at there. There's a purpley pickle thing.
Hollow 3.
That's a
Yep.
sea cucumber.
A purpley pickle?
Oh, here we go. That's a rock.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
It's a 68 Buick transmission.
Wanna zoom in on it quick?
Coming in. Holding. Oh. Focus mode.
Yep, it's a rock.
And it's a rock. It's a cool rock.
Coming out.
More rocks over here.
Yeah.
You wanna go back to steps instead of tracking the line?
That's not that interesting just yet.
It's coming up though.
As long as it
On the
doesn't
right.
get scary.
Yeah. Your sonar maybe look a little.
Oh,
Yep.
It's up to you. I mean.
Shall we go for steps at the top?
Not quite yet.
Yeah, the Argus sonar doesn't look that bad.
Okay.
Herc looks steep because you're close to the bottom. But Argus looks alright.
Okay, coming up.
Coming up.
Hey, wow.
This looks kind of pillowy.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Those are toothpaste tube pillows.
Looks like a big one, right?
Yeah, we'll be alright.
It's more interesting.
Are you okay with it?